Yeah, I was saying that how can I
Whenever
go?
we whenever we are going blank is because we are nervous deep inside. It is not really so much of a language barrier, it is more of a mental barrier. That's what I was saying. The hesitation in your speech, the ahs and ums and the fillers are all reflective of the subtle or passive anxiety that is there in your body or in your mind. Yeah, that is why you go blank. How do we how do we overcome fear? How do we overcome nervousness? Nothing else can make you overcome except regularly doing the same thing. If you're afraid of swimming, you have to go and swim. Maybe in shallow waters, maybe in 2 feet water, maybe in 3 feet water. Start with little bit of risks. Same goes for this also. If you're going blind, means you're not getting enough opportunities to practice that. That practice is essential with the help of someone to tell you the run up. That aura comes through in language, it comes through flow, right? When we
Yes,
have a good flow, that gets created. We need to work on that. How do we work on that? By making small short time bound exercises, speaking exercises, 30 second, 90 second, 60-second exercises on random topics, right? From Chandrayaan to local politics, from kitchen to Kashmir, all sorts of topics, right? When
yes,
we do that, it builds a certain flow, and then someone is watching you and you're under pressure and then you're still performing. When you go through that process and you do it a couple of times over a couple of weeks at least, you'll see that suddenly that you're snapping out of that mental condition that pulls you down, right? When you do it repeatedly, number one. Number two, you are good with your vocab, but it can be much better where you currently are. You're doing. Hi Rahim, how are you?
hi, sir. How are you? I'm good for. Thank you for asking, sir. How
Sure, sure.
about you, sir?
I'm well, Rahim. I'm well. Thank you so much. Okay, if I'm not wrong, then this is your first session and your demo session. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sure.
it is
Tell
my
me.
first
Yeah.
session.
Sure. Tell me a bit about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah, sure, sir. As you know, my name is Rahim Khan. Basically, I'm from West Bengal, but
Mm-hmm.
currently I'm living in Rajasthan because of my working purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm working in the hotel industry as a chef. So
Okay.
right now I'm here in Rajasthan, Bikaner. If I talk about my hobbies, I love playing cricket, traveling, and also nowadays I'm very curious to learn this language.
Sure.
I love watching conversational videos, podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
and also English style speaking videos. Yeah,
Sure.
that's all about me.
Okay. Perfect. That's a beautiful introduction. So tell me,
Yeah.
what brings you to English Shari today? Like, what's your purpose? What's your aim, goal, anything?
Yeah, as I already mentioned that like I am very curious to learn this language, and I have seen your lots of videos
Sure.
over YouTube.
Right. Right.
So that's why I came into here to learn something new from you. Yeah,
Okay. So
that is my
no,
purpose.
of course. I mean, whoever is here on the platform is trying to learn something, which is
Yes,
fine. I
yes, of course.
welcome that. But I'm asking, is there a particular goal on your mind that by the
Yes,
end of
sir.
2025, I will be like this, or I'll crack the interview, or I'll go abroad? Like anything that is related to language, but also related to your life event, anything like that, or it is
Yeah,
just general wish.
yeah, like I have a goal, like I want to become a great YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to learn something which is like different from others.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and also recently I started my YouTube channel.
Sure.
So that's why I came into here. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Why not? Exactly. Whether it is a YouTube channel or whether it is going abroad or cracking an interview, language skill is always something that comes handy. Yeah, there's no
Yes.
other way you can be unless you're speaking in sign language, right? Unless you're doing that, language is absolutely non-negotiable. Yes.
Yes.
So, Rahim, the purpose of the class of, I mean, why we conduct demos, right, and we make it accessible and affordable demos, is first of all to give everyone an opportunity to try thing out, right? Get a knack of what's really happening, what's cooking actually, because With that, they will really know where they lack or what they should be doing in order to improve, and what role I can play or the platform can play in the process. Right? That's the whole idea. But how do we do that? We do that by finding areas of improvement, because random advice is available everywhere. Right?
Yes,
You just ask someone in your own office, in your own kitchen, someone will give you some advice. And literally, in the age of the internet, there is no dearth or scarcity of advice. What we really lack is structured guidance and persistent exercises, right? That is what brings the change. Because getting some random advice, you need YouTube. You open YouTube, you have all the advice. Or
yes,
you go to Chat GPT, you get very well crafted advice. But what we lack there is the supportive environment, the guidance of an expert, the regularity and the accountability of coming to class. Because ultimately, transformation comes from these things, the good old school things, right? That is what really brings the change, because that is sincerity, that is humility in action. Yes, you're surrendering to a process. All right. The purpose is not to give you motivational gyan, but just to let you know that this is how things go further in the long run. All right. What we are going to do now is we'll have a few couple of exercises. We'll see how they go. Based on that, maybe I'll find some areas of improvement. I'll wrap it up with my feedback for the actions to be taken further. Yes, makes
yes.
sense. All right, Rahim. Why don't you tell me about a time when you spoke in English but you were not satisfied, maybe to a person, maybe to a friend, maybe to a client, colleague, whatever it is.
So could you repeat it, sir?
Yeah.
I was not
When
able
was the
to.
last time? When was the last time you were speaking to someone in the
Okay, okay.
English language and you felt unhappy about your performance, or you were not fully happy about your performance?
Okay, so I think it happened with me, I think yesterday. I talked with somebody and I felt it is unhappy, like, because when it comes to any random topic to discuss with somebody,
Hmm.
my mind goes blank at that time. I can't recall words, so that is my problem, you can say. And
Mm-hmm.
because of that, I get stressed, and I am not happy with that. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Why don't we have the same conversation again? Okay.
yeah, go
Tell,
ahead.
tell me about that conversation. What happened in that conversation? And let's try to recreate it right now. What was the other person saying? Tell me. What was the
Sorry.
other person saying? What was the context of the conversation? Tell me about it.
Okay, so I was talking about, like, we are discussing about like a hotel management course, but
Okay.
yeah, somehow I was not able to express my thoughts in a well manner,
Hmm.
and I forgot like words at that
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Are you a graduate in hotel management? Do you have a background in
No,
hotel
no, no,
management?
sir. I haven't taken any hotel management course.
Okay, okay. Let's now. I am also not someone who has any hotel management course to his name. You are also someone who doesn't have any course to his name.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
As people who have not done hotel management course, let's discuss something. As if two friends are talking after a long time. Okay. So, Rahim, what do you think of hotel management? Is it something worth doing? Because I have heard that it is very expensive. What are your thoughts?
Hello, sir.
You were disconnected.
Okay, now it's okay.
Yeah. Now you're back. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So we are talking as if two friends are meeting after a long time, and we are having a chit chat around hotel management as a subject or as a career. Okay.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Right. So I'm starting. Rahim, I was wondering if hotel management is a good course, because I've heard that it is very expensive. What do you think? What is your idea about it?
Yeah, I think I also think that, like, it's very expensive, but at the same time, I think it's beneficial for us if we take hotel management course. Uh, then we will get easily like 5 stars job and 7 stars jobs. If we get a management, then we will definitely get job easily
Mm-hmm.
because they give us experience certificate like theories experience certificate, but we have right now we don't have that theory knowledge. We only have only practical knowledge. So
Mm-hmm.
for good opportunities we need also like a theory knowledge and
Mm-hmm.
certificates also. Yeah.
I agree to that. I think getting a job is easier with a degree. But do you think a bank loan will be easily available for someone who doesn't have money? Or do you think the one has to arrange their own money if they don't have a bank loan facility available?
Yeah, I know like a loan is available nowadays, but I don't like loans because that could be, like have pressure in my mind, you know.
Hmm.
Like if I get a loan, if I take loan, then my mind, will think about that much. So that's why I don't like loans.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, okay. Um, Now, what do you think? Why have you not opted for doing it yet? Like you are already in the industry. What has stopped you from doing the course till now?
Sorry, sir, your voice is not clear, so I was not able to catch your point. So could you please repeat
Okay,
it?
I'll repeat myself. Since you are already working in the hotel industry, what has
Yes.
stopped you from doing the course till now? Why have you not taken up it professionally?
Okay, so when I came into this field, at that time I was not able to, I financially I was not able to take any courses.
Hmm.
But right now, I think I can take courses. I can have courses, but due to some also responsibilities, because if now I take only 2 years or more than 1 years, then
Mm-hmm.
my salary I will not getting salary like in
Right.
1 year or 2 year.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
So, because I am managing my family as well,
Mm-hmm.
so due to my family responsibilities, I am not able to, take courses.
Okay. Makes sense. Right. Rain, just one more question. If you had an opportunity to do hotel management, what kind of work would you like to do after completion of your course? Because there are different departments. There's kitchen, there's front office, there's housekeeping, there's sales and marketing within the a hotel. Which department would you like to be a part of?
I only like doing job as a chef because
Okay.
I already doing job as a chef. I
Hmm.
enjoy this, like
Hmm.
as a chef.
Right. And how did you really become a chef? Since you do not have a formal education in culinary arts, how did you really become a chef? Because it takes a lot of guts to, feed people, and people can, it can backfire if you don't do a good job.
Yes, yes, of course. I have been working in this field more than 7 years. So when I came into in this field first,
Hmm.
so I joined as a helper, as a cook, as a chef helper.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, I from since then I learned something and I become a little bit from shape how to cut the vegetable and how to cook food. So I
Hmm.
learned from shapes like how they made it. So yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. So you basically learned by exposure. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes,
That's a tremendous skill to have, to learn something by sheer exposure and picking things up.
yes.
Speaks volumes about you. Right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Great. Great.
I learn only, observing. Yeah. I
Yeah,
observe.
yeah. Just by observing things. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Right. All right, Rahim. So that was our small exercise.
yes,
Um, If I have to look at your conversation, I'm actually very impressed to the level you have maintained yourself when it comes to speaking in English. You can, I mean, you are not a beginner. You are somewhere at the intermediate level. You can express yourself. You can build sentences. The grammar is more or less good. I mean, more on the better side, right? Where you need improvement and help, I can see figure out three areas. One, that there is clear fumbling, mumbling, hesitation,
Yes.
reluctance in your speech. Yes, that is mostly because of a mental barrier, right? Self image that we have carved for ourselves, right? Maybe you never went to a great English medium school, maybe you went to a mediocre school. Maybe you never had friends who spoke in English all the time. Maybe you never had a family where English was a common language. Maybe you never had the kind of environment where the exposure that makes people feel confident. And that stays on your subconscious. Whether you know or not, it is there in your subconscious. And that is visible and evident in the flow of your language. Yes. So working on that aspect is something which is non-negotiable. Has to be worked on that. It's not really always about the grammar, the spelling, the pronunciation, the accent. Yes, those things do play a role, but ultimately the confidence and the aura that we create through our language comes through the throw of it, right? Like when a fast bowler takes that run up, right? For example, one of the most famous run ups of the world is Shoaib Akhtar, yes, from
Yes.
Pakistan, right? So Shoaib Akhtar had a tremendous aura because he was not the best bowler on earth, right? He definitely was a very successful fast bowler, but the aura he created, fairly good job, but that doesn't mean you have to stop there. It
Yes.
can be improved tremendously. There's enough potential in you, no doubt about it, right? So that's another thing. Um, Third is that I believe you can do a very good job when it comes to um, when it comes to better sentence formation. You're doing a fairly good job. For example, you have been fired or you have been terminated from the job is a sentence. But the same thing can be spoken in a much better way, right? What can we say? We can say that the terms of engagement of your employment with this company have come to an end. We have decided to part ways. Same thing, but spoken in a little more ornamental way. Yes, that is
Yes.
what we need to do through exercises. Again, through reconstruction exercises. So these are some of the things I believe you really can do better when we do a lot of exercises regarding the same. Like I told in the beginning, that this is the reason why I emphasize a lot on exercises and regularity of consistent practice. These are the things we will not get to know in a YouTube video or a chat GPT response. This is something that happens in the class, right? That's
Yes.
the importance and significance of coming to a tutoring platform or an arrangement. When I say platform, I don't mean to say English Yaari. When I say class, I don't mean to say my class. Wherever you go, but these things must happen, right? That's my intent of saying class or platform. So if you think this is what you need, welcome. You're welcome to join in and get started.
Hello.
Yes, now I can.
Actually, I got a call, sir. That's
हाँ
why.
हाँ हाँ, तभी डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया हाँ yes. So yes, Rahim, that's from my side. Right? We have found out the areas of improvement. I've told you how to go about it. If you think this is what you want, you need, welcome to the class. That's all I can say. There is no shortcut, there is no magic, and there is certainly no alternative. Right? There is no alternative to hard work. There is no alternative to guided practices. So
Yes,
that's it.
I believe that because when I was starting my journey, like I started my journey in the month of December 2024. So
Okay.
I have been learning, and I think day by day I improved a lot,
Sure.
and I hope I will definitely achieve something in my
Sure.
life.
Sure. Of course. All right, tell me what else? What questions you have? What doubts you have? Anything you want to talk about those things? Feel free to share with me.
Okay, so as I already mentioned that, like, for example, when it comes to, any random topic to discuss,
Hmm.
so at that time my mind goes blank and
Hmm.
I don't know how to say, how
Hmm.
to recall words. I don't know.
Hmm.
So how can I improve this thing? How can I?
about the rights and wrongs, giving you feedback, telling you where you went wrong and where you did well. When you do that often with a guidance available by your side, gradually you will see after 1 month or 2 months you're doing better. That you're not going so blank. You're not, because our nervous system needs to be accustomed to that feeling, right, on a regular basis by volunteering method, not by randomly finding yourself in a place. No, that is, you're not prepared for that. Here you prepare yourself by facing it voluntarily, right? Are you getting my point?
Yes,
When we
yes.
want to avoid something, it will always be fearful, you'll be always be afraid of that. But when you face it by choice and you volunteer to face it and you still struggle through it and then you do it repeatedly, then that nervousness will go away, right? That's how we overcome our nervous system's difficulties. Yes.
Yeah, each and every time I get ready to, taking challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
sir, yeah, I have another question. Like, how can I improve my vocabulary portion?
Yeah. Vocabulary portion, see, I'll just repeat the same thing I've said. There is no shortcut. So vocabulary, let's say 10 words, you pick up 10 words and then you put them into sentences and then you put them into short essays and you put them into short stories. When you use a portion of words in repeated ways in different forms of language, they become registered in your mind. But that does not mean that all the 10 words will remember. Maybe 3, maybe 4, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
nothing beyond that, right? But then when we do it again repeatedly, after some time, all the words will be registered. That's why I keep on repeating. I know it's boring to say the same thing again and again. That practice along with guidance and feedback is the only way to, get better or get faster language growth. You have done it yourself so many years, no doubt. So it's doable. But when we do it in a guided process, there's more scientific value to it, right?
Of course.
Yes, tell me. Anything else for the day from your side?
No, sir, I have done question.
Sure. Perfect.
Definitely, I would love to connect you again.
Sure,
And
most welcome. In case you still have any questions, connect with this customer support team. They will guide you. Okay?
yeah, of course, sir, of course.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Have,
Thank you.
have a great day. Okay, sir. Bye bye.